So I've got the onion, I've got the scotch bonnet. Yeah, so we've got the scotch bonnet, we've got the red onion, we've got the white onion, we've got the ginger, the garlic, some cherry tomatoes, and some mini bell peppers. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to put them all in the blender. We are going to add everything in the mixer. Guys, if you are new to the channel, I thank you and I appreciate your support. If you are returning, thank you so much. Do not leave without clicking the like button or the subscribe button. Guys, this mixer, I bought it over a year ago, I believe so. If you want to see the unboxing, I did buy it from Amazon. It's on my second channel. It's got to be done. I will leave the link in the description. If you want to see the unboxing, go and check it out. It's an extremely good mini mixer and it's still serving me well. So I'm just going to do the onions and we're going to mix everything and then put them into bowl. There's a little chunk here. There's always that one I just don't want to blend. But don't mind my zooming in, guys. I don't mind my zooming in. I don't even know why I zoomed in so much, but yeah. So now I'm just going to mix all the other bits together, the ginger, the garlic, the bell peppers and the red onion into all in one, because to be honest, I like to mix things all in one. It just makes cooking a lot easier sometimes, depending on the recipe that you are doing. Oh, let me tell you what we are going to be making today. We are actually going to be making baked mackerel. So I bought a whole fish of mackerel and then I cut them and gutted it and cleaned it into 2 halves. So that's what we're going to be doing. But let's continue this part. So I've done the scotch bonnet separate. It's all crunched up. I'm actually going to cook this separate and just make like a hot pepper sauce, just like a hot pepper kind of, you know, to put on top of the fish. And this is all the onions and bell peppers mixed, and this is just the white onion on its own. Let me show you the fish now. Right, this is my clean gutted mackerel, or whole mackerel. I cleaned it, I gutted it, it's all fresh, it's ready to be cooked. Guys, if you want to pre-marinate this you can, but I'm just like, I'm not going to pre-marinate nothing. I've cleaned everything, it's all fine. And there's 101 ways to cook mackerel, but this is just one way that I'm going to share with you guys today. It's fairly simple. All you got to do is put it in the oven. Yeah, so if you like a whole fish, if you like eating a whole fish, you can do it just like that. Or if you wanted to strip out the bones and just get the meat by itself, that's fine. So I've got my baking tray, so you can use any type of baking trays that you want, but I'm just going to oil the base up, put the seasoning on top, and I'm using the sazon. This is like an all-in-one seasoning. You don't even need anything else because the flavor that it gives is wonderful. So I'm just gonna use some salt, extra salt. This is sea salt, it's not too salty. I'm just going to sprinkle that on top. So what I'm doing right now, guys, I'm basically seasoning the base where I'm going to lay the fish down. Once I've laid the fish down, then I'm going to season the fish on top. If you wanted to marinate the fish and do it that way, you can do, but I'm doing it this way because I just need to cook something quickly. But yeah, so I haven't seasoned the fish or anything like that, so I'm just going to do one side, the base, just all that seasoning, so it's going to coat the bottom, and then I'm going to sprinkle the top. Do you ever get those moments where you're over ambitious and you just put everything in one tray? This is what I've done. I've literally overfilled the tray. So don't mind me. I did actually separate the trays halfway through the cooking, because yeah, so don't overload your tray like I did. That was a mistake on my part, and then halfway through I was like, you know what, it's just overloaded right now, so I separated and then put it into different trays. So what I'm doing now is I'm just coating the top as much as possible so that the top can be coated and really get the flavor as well. Guys, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, make sure that you do, and if you are liking what you are seeing, give it a good thumbs up. Let me know if you ever tried mackerel. If you do eat mackerel, this is a whole mackerel fish. It's a very meaty type of fish. You can the why I kind of want it this way is because I want to bake it so I can kind of have it with salad or with rice. You can eat it with anything. So all I'm adding, sprinkling on top, is the chopped seasoning. I'm not going to sprinkle the Scotch bonnet because I really don't want it to be that spicy, but the Scotch bonnet, I'll keep it separate for a different recipe. So what I usually like to do, I like to crush my ingredient, the ones I use, and then the other one I just kind of keep it in the fridge, save it for a different day. But this is what I'm doing. I'm just now putting some in the fish as well, just to give it like that extra flavor. Yeah, so you can have nice, you know, flavor to it. So I'm coating everything, adding it into everywhere that I can, just so it can, when it's baking, the flavor can enter proper. I'm really liking the way this is looking, but I'm just going to add a bit more of the salsa, if you want to call it that, to the fish, just so it can have a little bit more flavor. And cooking time is basically going to be in the oven for about 20 to 30 minutes. That's how long. If you need it to keep it for longer, you can do, if you really want to get that crispiness to it. But cooking time 20 to 30 minutes, and then it will be ready to be served. Okay, so guys, I'm just going to sprinkle some oil at the top. I did do it at the base, but now we're just gonna put it at the top so it doesn't completely dry out, especially for the salsa. It just needs that oil to give it a nice crispy kind of a crispy, so it can be crispy, you know. So yeah, so it doesn't burn, to say. But yeah, so this is the end result, guys. After about 30 minutes, it's looking golden and it's looking crispy. It's all ready, and you can see it here. And what I did was I just served myself some with some rice. I'll show you guys at the end, but this is it 20 minutes later. It's looking all good. For those that want to have the head, you can, the tail, you can pick your choice, guys. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.